some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Oregon Ducks, the House of Loud, Autzen Stadium in Eugene. As we'll see, the number 11 team in the country, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the Oregon Ducks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. Fielded in the end zone. It's Gresham. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Takes the handoff. It's Hill. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Guys, let's chat for a moment about Oregon. When you break into the top 5 halfway through the season, been flying under the radar, and that is no longer an option. You want to see if this team can stay focused with all the attention they're getting.
And that's what's pretty cool about their season. Like, they're starting to get respect. They've started to earn that. I think we just got to realize, Palmer, halfway through the season, you don't get any trophies. That doesn't exist.
You just got to keep doing what you're doing, right? It's been working to get to this point, to get that number beside your name, to get everybody's attention. Now's not the time to freeze up and start getting nervous because you've got the spotlight on you. You've got to keep playing the game the way you've been doing it the first half of the season.
The inside handoff. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Dropping back, it's Hurley. Quickly complete. Oh, he's got some space. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around, you find more creative ways to get him involved.
And the Ducks look to keep this drive humming. Wants to go up top on first down. Firing to the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon! Made the grab in the end zone for the score. You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game, get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
And he makes the extra point. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab. It's Whitaker. At the 45 on his way. We've seen this from this sophomore. So dangerous after he makes the grab. The Buckeyes in the hurry-up.
Not wasting any time. You just watch the opponent go down on their first drive and score a touchdown. So right away, you're aggressive. You're throwing the football on your first play of the game, and you're getting a nice completion. Really nice job.
And the defense snows him under after a very short game. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season with the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Grab behind the line, it's Williams. Breaks the tackle and he's got room. They finally get to him, and what a play there to pick up the first down.
Third down, understanding exactly where the sticks are. You've got to stop certain routes so they don't get to certain depths. Quarterback completes and gets another first down. Got to be a little bit more mindful of where those sticks are.
And into the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes! The finisher, the exclamation point on that drive.
Defense has got to do a better job of crowning this wide receiver. They've got to know where he lines up each and every play. And then once he has the ball, they have to play with a sense of urgency and get hats to the football. He's just way too dangerous in the open field.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Fielded in the end zone, it's Gresham. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
So now it's second and long. Looking for a man. It's Hurley. They're setting up the screen.
And he didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If he could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
Surging forward on the sneak. He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successful.
Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down.
Well, he did what he was coached to do, and he threw it away, but you can see he's frustrated with himself. He knows he's one of the fastest quarterbacks in the country, and I think he's wishing he had that play back, because he might have been able to take off and scramble, and who knows what could have happened for the offense.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection this time. With the catch, it's Green. Still on his feet at the 45. There he goes. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
And that's why for the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
To the air on first down. And that one is right on target if his target was the first row.
In most instances, I would say really, really nice decision by the quarterback. But when you've got speed like this guy has, I think you'd sometimes, instead of throwing it away, would like to see him take off and see if he can go make something with his feet.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Back to pass, it's Hurley. Going to try to pop one on the screen. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
Well, a great job making the tackle there. Now setting up third down in your own red zone. This is a stop you have to come up with. You want to give up field goals in this area of the field, not touchdowns.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks! They'll try to add another to their lead.
And that's why this running back is so dangerous. It's not just handing him off the football, but he's a weapon in the passing game. You see his ability to catch it, turn upfield, make people miss, and find the end zone.
And he's going to bring this one out. That's the kind of mistake that throws off your game plan. Come out of the end zone and you're stopped at the 8. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score, already down 14-7. And the first guy couldn't get him, but the second one does, but not until he picks up the 1st down.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the 1st down.
A lot of yardage in front of them, 1st and 10 from their own 19. Looking to throw on 1st down. Sends it downfield. Picked off. That's number 15 on the year. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
Man, that is how you get it done as a defense when you're playing cover 1. Like, you got the middle of the field safety, but everybody else is manning up. Nice job running with this guy, seeing the football, breaking on it, making the interception, making the big play for this defense.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. To the air, it's Hurley. Pulls it in, it's Rick. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. Got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the 1st.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. Looking downfield on 1st down. Hauls it in. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
And as a quarterback, when you're throwing these slant routes against man coverage, location is so important. You want to put the football in a place that your receiver can catch the ball and continue advancing it. So nice job by that QB, putting the football right on the face mask of his wide receiver.
Lets it fly deep downfield. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
And you wonder if that interception is going to bring this guy back down to reality a little bit. He was lights out early in this game. Everything he was throwing was right on the money, and that might have been a decision where he got a little bit greedy, and David, the defense made him pay.
And this defense has seen it time and time. They've been throwing the football, having success. Nice job adjusting, breaking on the football, making a play. They needed to break serve. They needed something to happen to go their way to kind of mess this guy's rhythm up. That might be the start of it.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Here he goes breaking the pocket. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is in quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the number one job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you, and I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down.
Got some room in under the goal line. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it first and goal. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat lines. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. On the direct snap, it's Hill. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. On the direct snap, it's Green. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Oregon! Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. The offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run. They'll stick to the ground, looking for the marker.
Nice job by this offense converting the third down. Listen, third and short, they know you're going to run the football, and they still did a great job being physical. Third downs has been such a struggle for this offense. Bottom 50, one of the worst in college football. Nice job on that play.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
The Buckeyes with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. To the air, it's St. Clair. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Brought down just short of the sticks on the screen pass.
Well, the defense sniffed that screen out perfectly. All the D linemen, they were reading the body language of the offensive line. They knew something was up, and when the screen pass got thrown, they were right there to make the tackle.
The power of Autzen Stadium on full display. The house of loud is deafening on this third down. He'll take it himself. They convert on third down as he gets it to the 46-yard line. And the Buckeyes will hustle to the line.
And the offense with a nice run, breaks off a little bit of run, gets a first down. Oh, and here they go again. First down, you've seen this. They like to go fast.
Just going to keep it after the snap. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
Well, this guy's a weapon, throwing it and running it, and you know he's going to try to hurt this defense with his legs.
It puts so much stress on the defensive line to chase him, and the fact that the play is extended so long.
Yeah, if they've got a spy defensively, if someone's athletic enough to run with this guy, that's going to be maybe a sound move moving forward schematically.
line, sometimes those receivers want to get a jump on the snap count, and they'll move them back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Second down coming up. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Wide receiver going in motion. Second down, they'll go to the air. Right on the money. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He was in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. There he goes. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
It's so hard for a defense to have to stop plays like that because it really forces you to play with great eye discipline. You see the pre-snap motion. Defense doesn't know if he's just running across the field and he's going to run a route, if he's going to block, or if he has the football. That time, he was able to outflank the defense and hurt them to get that first down.
The Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Going for 6. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
All right, that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
Give to the single back. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
And I like the run there. The offense doesn't have to press. They've got some time still left before the half. And more importantly, they've got to cut into this lead. They're down a couple of scores. This will be enormous. The locker room will feel so different if they can punch this in for a touchdown before the half.
Setting up the screen. Ripping through the defense. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. Plays like that, but just a second of hesitation in the defense to make sure, and they're able to take advantage here.
And they use great timing with this call, right? Like, you can't call this play all the time, but you want to catch them when they're a little bit aggressive, not thinking about it. Nice job slipping the screen behind them, making the easy catch, and then getting downfield, picking up some extra yards.
Try to barge their way in. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Whistle blows. We are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Motion from the wide receiver. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3.
And the offense, they don't choose to go downhill, be physical. They try to get it on the perimeter. Stay away from some of those defensive linemen. But you can tell, DBs, linebackers, not scared. Nice job playing fast, trusting their eyes, and forcing a third down.
A 3rd and goal, and this defense feeling energy from the crowd. Quarterback, quick pass to the receiver. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. It'll be 4th and goal, and it'll be a tough one. Looking to throw, it's St. Clair. Bringing the heat. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State. Quick strike through the air for the score.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, while we have a moment, let's peek in on what's going on in a big one in the American. UTSA is currently ahead in this one inside a jam-packed Alamo Dome, but they've struggled to really pull away. They're up by 10 over Florida Atlantic. Ought to be fun, fellas, to see how things play out in this notable matchup in the American.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Plenty of time to work. Not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Offense changing the play. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
And those are frustrating. Like, those drops really annoy you because those running backs are always asking to be more a part of the game plan. Get the ball more, touch it more. An awesome opportunity in the pass game to make a play, ball right in his hands, and that is a missed opportunity.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Gets it out quickly. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds right around the 34-yard line, and now they've got a little something brewing.
Well, this offense told us coming in they were going to challenge this secondary early and often. They were going to use their speed to their advantage and take advantage of this quarterback's touch and arm talent. And already in the second quarter, they've got over 200 yards thrown.
Starting to feel a little pressure. Throwing on the run. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Turns it on in midfield. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Dropping back, it's St. Clair. Buys a little time with his feet. Unleashes one. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
Man, you see running backs in college football, these guys are athletes that you want to put in space, do a really good job putting them in space, running the angle, getting him towards the middle of the field, try to get him the football so he can make somebody miss and make a big play, but you got to get the football first. He's got to catch that first before he looks to try to get those yards after the catch.
Back to pass on second down. Here's a heat. Finding an escape route. He stopped at the 32. It'll be a first down in the waning seconds of the half. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Wants to throw on first down. Unloads to the wideout. A strike downfield. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Nice job putting a drive together. Nice job punctuating the end of the first half. There's still some time left, Palmer, but they can tie this thing up right now.
Yeah, and this is a staff that has so much confidence in their offense. I like staying aggressive right here, going for 2, taking the lead into halftime, and putting a ton of pressure on the opponent.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they cap it off with a 32-yard touchdown pass. He'll bring it out. It's Gresham. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Back to throw, it's Hurley. Pressure coming. He'll pull it down and run. Out to the 32-yard line before he goes out of bounds, and that's the way to give a little start to the drive.
Well, I think you're starting to see some examples of why this guy is inexperienced in a freshman quarterback, right? Obviously, he's thrown a couple picks earlier in the game. That scramble right there, he's got to get down. He's got to take care of himself and slide. Great job, nice athleticism, good.
And he tries to get away, but he cannot. He's taken down. He'll lose a couple. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for second down. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Quarterback on the move, still looking. He'll be forced out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 44-yard line, and this offense has it going.
Well, we know the game of college football is always evolving and changing, and one of the biggest reasons why is the quarterback evolution. Dual-threat quarterbacks. You're seeing two great examples in this game so far. Both guys can hurt you throwing it. Both guys can hurt you.
And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day.
I'll tell you something. In college football, you're lucky if you get 2 interceptions in a season. This guy now has 2 interceptions. In the first half of this game, he's been reading the quarterback's eyes, and he has been everywhere, an absolute ball.
The defense calls the timeout. Their second of the day as they try to get their act together. And with just a few seconds remaining here in the first half, they'll try to kick a field goal. Somebody better check that dude's foot and see if it's juiced. Man, oh man, from outside 60, he sails it through. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Go ahead and roll the dice to start this second half. They're lined up for an onside kick. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick.
Well, they're trying to pounce on their opponent with the lead in the second half, trying to steal a possession, but give the return team credit. They may not have been set up perfectly for that onside kick, but they're Johnny on the spot, and now their offense is licking their chops, hoping to go down and score.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. As they get ready to start this third quarter, think how big the lead might be if they'd taken care of the ball.
Well, the game might be over, Reese, but defense right now, you've gotten a couple turnovers early, and you're saying, okay, we're going to need to keep this up. We got to stay aggressive for us to have a chance to win this game, but we believe we can do it.
Yeah, you've already done it, so of course you're going to believe it. Keep playing fast, keep playing physical, and then tell your offense, hey, we need a little help over here. Like, can you help us out and put some points on the board?
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Looking for a crease. It's flat. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Looking for a man. It's St. Clair. Quarterback adapted. He'll blow it down. He gets inside the 40 to the 39, but he is still well short of that first down marker. It'll be 4th down.
And that's why it's important offensively. They're going to have to do a better job running the ball and getting positive yards early in the drive. You can't be in 3rd and long living in those situations against this defense because they like to play dime personnel. But with those faster guys, they're going to blitz, and they're going to match speed with speed. It's a nice way to combat the mobile ability this quarterback has. Now setting up 4th down.
On 4th down, they'll pass for it. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Not only brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to put the field position with the return.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football. He's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
Really nice play call by the offense, too. Obviously, your quarterback's thrown picks on his last 2 drives, so you have to settle him down. And the best way to settle down a quarterback is to get the running game going. Put it on the big fellas up front. Put it on your backs. That's a really nice run, and that should help settle the QB down a bit.
The Ducks come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down. Finds his man. It's Hill. He gets a little bit of work done. He goes out of bounds at the 42. They didn't get too greedy there. They knew what they needed, and he gets it just past the sticks.
Yeah, and I'd like to see the defense maybe be a little bit more aggressive, a little more in the face, because QBC's easy access. I'm going to throw the football. My receiver's got a little bit of space. He can get the first down. I'd like to see the defense make him work for it a little bit more.
They make the stop, not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Dropping back, it's Hurley. Quarterback moving. He'll try to do it himself. At the 20, he's got space. Inside the 15, out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score. The Ducks are on the move. They'll run it. It's Green. It continues to be a long day as they are just swarming every time he gets the ball. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks! And that one will put them up here in the second half.
Really nice job by the quarterback there, just letting the play develop. He had his eyes down the middle of the field, and I think when he saw that deep middle area vacated, he said to himself, I've got a guy running right into that area. I'm throwing this thing on time. This is going to be a touchdown. That's exactly what happened.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They've just self-destructed too many times so far already with 3 interceptions in the game. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
Catch in the middle, it's Montgomery. It's a fumble. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
Great job by the defense in the back end that time. He made the catch, and he had a little wiggle room to run afterwards, but they were able to get to him, rip the football out, and that is a massive takeaway for the defense.
The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied, and the timeout is gone. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give him a different look. Direct snap. It's Hill. Found a little room out of the Wildcat that time, just short of the first down.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
Wants to throw. It's Hurley. Throws to the wideout. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Looking to convert, they'll go to the Wildcat. On the direct snap, it's Green. Defense played the Wildcat very well on that one, stopping them for a short gain.
Well, there's the thing. Not a great run, but the offense has scored a ton of points. They haven't necessarily needed to have a strong running game in this one. Their quarterback right now is just playing lights out, and if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I'd get back to throwing the ball.
And the Ducks will go for it here on 4th down. He might want another play. On 4th down, looking to pass. Couldn't find his man, and they'll give up the football on downs.
And the offense stays aggressive. They try to throw the football and just weren't on the same page. It was an incompletion. He could have done a better job, I think, throwing the ball to his receiver and maybe making it where it's more of a 50-50 ball where he can make a play. Defense gets the big stop.
Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. This thing has sort of gotten away the last couple of possessions. They've been a little too generous, David.
Yeah, like a non-profit.
Breaks into the open. Oh, I thought he was taking that all the way, but they stop him at the 7.
What a great play call offensively. Taking the shot, you flip the field, and now you better get those red zone play calls ready and dialed up.
They didn't just jumpstart that drive. They've electrified it, and now they've got a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
Picked up some of what they needed on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. Back to throw, it's St. Clair. And he will take it in. Touchdown, Ohio State. A lot lot of glorious days in the history of the Buckeyes, and this might put this guy right at the top of the list for a single game.
And that list of names is incredible. Like, we could go down the list of so many guys that have been such great playmakers, so dynamic. So to think about putting yourself in that category, we're going to be talking about winning trophies and this guy being an All-American by season's end.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Gresham. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Wants to adjust the pattern. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Unloads it downfield. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. Second down coming up.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
Snagged in the middle. It's Harris. Brought down from 28, but it's a 10-yard gain. The Ducks keeping this defense off balance. They can hit them from a variety of angles, this time going up top.
There's so many things to look at. You know, they've always traditionally gone fast as well in the past at Oregon, but, you know, the quarterback run and the run up the middle and then play-action pass, they keep you guessing a lot, and they make a lot of plays down the field because your eyes are focused on something they shouldn't be focused on.
Scanning the field, it's Hurley. They'll run the screen. Turning it on! He breaks the tackle. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
Yeah, and you're going to see this offense find different ways to get this running back involved. It's not just going to be on handoffs, and they're certainly going to line him up in different places and even throw him the football. But the screen game's a big part of it, too. They're trying to get him going there.
He'll keep it on the sneak. Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. Final stanza of the game, and we'll start with the first down. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Wants to go up top on first down. Makes the grab inside the 30.
This is a shootout. Both offenses up and down the field. They're generating explosive plays. It feels like which team has the ball last may win, but give the quarterback a lot of credit that time because, again, he saw a beautiful look to take a shot into, and he throws an absolute dime.
The Ducks with the 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
Nothing the receiver could have done on that play, guys. You're not expecting the ball to be thrown behind you like that, especially in the quick game.
Oh, will they dial up on second, and a long way to go. Looking downfield, it's Hurley. Throws to the tight end. He's got it! Touchdown, Oregon! They move on top here in the fourth.
Well, I love the play call late in the fourth quarter now. You're just trying to get athletes in space. They throw it to him just short of the end zone, and he does the rest. And because of it, his team now has the lead.
And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the fourth. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. team, you are going to get everyone's best shot, and now let's see if they can pull this one out.
Well, we've got a close game here at the start of the fourth quarter, right? This team obviously is down, but they're not playing it close to the vest. Being aggressive, first play of the drive, trying to throw it down the field. They're going to have to complete some of these if they're going to get this comeback win in this game.
They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. Just about had another one picked off. They've already thrown 3 in this game. They're lucky it wasn't 4 there.
This offense isn't calling the dogs off in this game. We're here late. They're still taking shots, and a big reason why is how good this quarterback has been all game long. 4 touchdown passes. He's reading the defense. He's playing in rhythm. He's throwing on time. He's been accurate. And late in the game, they're still letting him take shots.
To the air, it's St. Clair. And it's picked off for the 4th time today.
Such a great job by the defensive back, dropping beyond the sticks, understanding where the ball's going, breaking on the football, great eyes, great vision, and great hands. Looked like a wide receiver getting that INT.
We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances, and that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
Looking to fire. Throws for the tight end. Finds space on the right. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, this defense is trying to find ways to disguise their coverage and mix it up and try to confuse the QB. It's not working. That last completion, he's now got over 300 yards passing.
They get him stopped after a 2-yard gain. Ball is at the 17.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Back to pass. Got it in the middle. It's Harris. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
They'll try to get the first through the air. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown Ducks! They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
You know, good teams just know how to close games out. And you're seeing that right now with this team, right? Their defense just had a massive takeaway. The offense able to capitalize on that with a touchdown, so they padded their lead. And this just speaks to, I think, the experience in the locker room and also the playmakers they have. This game is starting to feel like a blowout.
So after getting into the end zone on that last drive, they're set to kick it away. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Things had not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. Back to pass, it's St. Clair. Finds his tight end. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
This is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter what's happened up to the point of this game, but you're trailing right now. You've got to put some points up on the board. This is where all 11 guys need to be playing together as one.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Looking for his man. And the shot to the middle of the field falls to the turf.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now. because he's had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
Grabbed in the middle, it's Williams. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line.
Well, trailing like they are right now in the fourth quarter, their execution offensively is just going to have to be at a premium. You can't afford a lot of incompletions at this point. Everybody is going to need to be on the same page moving forward.
He wants to throw it again. Here comes the heat. That's caught. It's Miller. Slips one guy, and now he's loose. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock, that is at a premium for this offense.
DB's right up on the receivers. To the air on first down. Fires to the wideout. Working on the right. And fire the completion there in the red zone and set up at the 13. The Buckeyes have it with a 1st and 10. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Let's it fly. And his 5th interception of the game, a miracle they haven't poured him yet. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
Fires to the big fella. No chance to run, but still a solid pickup on that one.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in the game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
The Ducks come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. And it's intercepted, maybe breathing a little life into this team. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
You know, could that be the play that changes the momentum now in this game? Remember, they're down, and it seems like the opponent's got this game in hand, but because of that interception, could that be the play now that generates the momentum?
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
First part of the equation complete with the touchdown. Now the 2-point try if you want to make the deficit just a field goal. Looking to pass. It's St. Clair. Got his man down the middle. He's in there for the 2-point conversion, and now they're within a field goal.
And it works out perfectly. The reason they called that 2-point conversion was to get to within 3. This is a game going down to the wire, but you'll love the gutsy call by the offense there.
And before they can kick it, the receiving team's going to call a timeout. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Gresham. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Mistakes are going to happen, as as they did on that last drive. Now how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field to score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I'd have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. He wants to change this route. To the air, it's Hurley. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Got a first down. And a nice pickup on the run and gets down to avoid contact.
And every possession later in the game means so much more. You start getting the fourth quarter, one-possession games, QB drops back and makes these first downs. These extra set of downs now become so much more important late in these ball games.
Looking to throw on first down. That's caught. It's Riggs.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
We know about this running back's versatility. He's made some plays in this game so far, catching the ball. That time, though, he had no shot. Defender bearing down on him. They're able to get the hit and make sure it falls incomplete.
Looking to throw for it. And they fail to hook up on third down.
I think in this situation, after that incompletion, fourth and short on your side of the field, the smart play is to punt it away and trust your defense.
Now this is rolling the dice, or perhaps they've gone outside their head. They're already up. Boy, this could really backfire if they don't convert on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And this will fall incomplete, and they'll turn it over on downs.
What a big stop for this defense in the second half. Around midfield, you can set your offense up for success right here on this drive by getting that big fourth down stop.
Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Trying to start the drive with a pass. With the catch, it's Montgomery. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Second down for this offense. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Down to the 30-yard line where he stopped after a gain of 5, and that will be a first down.
Just went with something very easy, very reliable. Flip it forward, let your receiver do the rest. I only got to get a few yards. Nice job, nice execution. First down.
They'll snap it from the 30 on first down. Power football with the run. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
Well, I understand they're trying to catch the defense off guard by running the football, expecting them to be in some kind of zone coverage, but you're trailing late in the game. You're going to have to throw to win it, and that's what I'd expect them to do on this next play.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Quarterback keeper. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. How can a stadium this size make so much noise? You can't hear yourself think on third down here in Austin. They'll stop him short on third down in this defense, trying to make sure they stay on top. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on 4th down. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. That'll be enough for the 1st down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line. So the 4th down call works out for them as they try to keep the momentum going.
Yeah, that play, Reese, is going to give them a lot of confidence. Here they are. They're trying to scrape and claw themselves back into this one and take the lead. They needed that play.
Looking downfield at St. Clair. Oh, they had the screen all set up on 1st down, and he couldn't make the catch.
This is such an interesting moment for the offensive coordinator because you're already in field goal range with an opportunity to tie this game and send it to OT, but you want to be aggressive and you believe in your own playmakers to step up, and that's why they're still being aggressive in throwing the football, but there's a huge risk component with that. You can't take sacks and you can't turn it over. What do you do here if you're on offense?
Looking up top, and time is of the essence. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. Got to get to the line quickly for this 3rd down play. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And it's another interception as his assault on the record book continues. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. Their own end zone nipping at their heels as they start this drive from their own 2. Timeout called by the defense, and the clock is stopped with 18 seconds left. Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. Don't want to risk anything here. The quarterback takes a knee. What a show both of these teams put on today. Couple of outstanding squads. Hotly contested battle all the way to the very end.
Yeah, we came into this one expecting this to be a back-and-forth battle. We knew it was going to go down late into the 4th quarter. At the end of the day, the higher-ranked team, David, they were really able to lean on those playmakers and that leadership they've got in the locker room.
Yeah, and now I think even more so, you're starting to believe in them. They're battle-tested.